Hi, Joanna. How you doing? So I've got your work up, and I want to take a look at it. I decided to create tickets, logo, and pictograms of the Olympics. Well, the logo and the pictograms are part of the required assignments. As far as the other things, I'll show you some ideas of what is expected, and then you can take it from there. But before that, I want to talk about this work, and actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a look at one of those presentations just so we can get an idea of where we need to be here in the next couple of weeks. Okay, this is a student submission for this assignment, and this was for the Summer Olympics of 2020 held um, in New Zealand. So this would be the booklet and introducing the Auckland, New Zealand. And then over here you have some other visual studies of natural resources located in that geographic location. Likewise, and then we're going to start moving into exploring New Zealand through the eyes of, like, let's say, the intent of having an Olympic event there. So now we're going to start getting into some interesting things, New Zealand indigenous cultural visual artifacts, as it were, and starting to really take a look at the development of the tradition and innovation of those marks as they are related to this location and the event itself. So now we can start to see how those marks were translated through to building signs, banner flags. We have these beautiful color palettes, and then the logo in its black and white color and color versions. Now we're starting to move into tickets. We have, as you can see, we have the little pictogram down there. And it's starting to come together. This student went so far as to add some elements to the some of the exterior buildings. Okay, here's some pictograms and how they're going to look as associated with the actual event. So you can see the detail and the depth of what we're getting at here, okay? Really, really detailed set of pictograms. Very, very visually consistent in and of themselves, as well as being able to hold, each one being able to hold its visual merits individually. Okay, so it's a strong set of icons. And again, we have, this designer has decided to actually design the medals. I mean, this is gorgeous work, a really wonderful presentation. So, that's where we're headed. Now, as far as this goes, this is I don't know if this is your logo because it doesn't say anywhere. I'm thinking maybe that's your logo, and we'll talk about that as if that's your logo. So you have that logo, and what I want to talk about here is that the Olympic rings themselves, look how wide they are, and it also looks like the colors are a little bit different than, like, they're, oh, you know what, they're screened back. You don't want to mess with the Olympic logo. It's a standing tradition. Don't change colors, don't change ring sizes. That's something that you cannot touch. And that you should have gathered through the research. So don't change the stroke size on the rings, okay? And speaking of stroke size, I think your strokes on your mountains are really, really fat, large, fat, big, fat strokes. So this is a really chunky logo. It's because of the size of the strokes. And if we take that further and take a look, well, I don't know what that is. But if we take that and look at your pictograms, we can see that these, again, are really large and chunky. It's because of the size of the strokes you're using. Try to whittle these down a little bit, maybe even use some tapered strokes. But try to get these to look a little more athletic and a little less boxy. Like this, for instance, that guy ain't going nowhere, it looks like. I mean, if that's a ski event, it's got to look like a ski event. This guy looks like he's having a lot of difficulty. Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? So I guess I'm saying streamline it down a little bit, both visually and conceptually, and just keep working hard. If you have any questions at all, you know where I'm at. Okay, thanks.